In horror season, you're playing as a human trying to survive one night in a haunted, spooky mansion. Will you make it out alive or turn into a monster against your fellow human friends? Well, let's find out. Each player will get 5 heart tokens, 10 Reaper cards, and a turn counter. From the graveyard deck, give each player the human card face up. You're human as long as you have hearts. If you ever run out of those, well, you become a ghost. There are also other roles, but put those aside for now. Shuffle the action cards and give each player 10. Put the rest in the middle of the table. When this deck runs out, the game ends. Also, before playing the first card of the game, decide if you will be playing with the siring monsters and the seance rules. Now let's jump into gameplay. The game is played in 4 phases per human player, and 1 phase if you're the ghost. As a human, you will do a pre-draw effect if you have any in front of you. Once done, you will go into the basement, which means you draw a card face up from the deck. If it's a curse or play immediately, then do so. If not, the card goes into your hand. Going into the basement is optional though, and your hand limit is 7 cards. So choose wisely when you need to go down there. The third phase is Trick or Treat. During this phase, you can do 2 actions in any order. You can play a card on yourself or another player. You can use your special ability. You can draw 4 cards face down into your hand, and you can sire a monster if playing with that rule. The final phase is the Dark Disposal phase. Here you simply discard cards you have over your hand limit. Now ghosts only have 1 phase, and it's called Cause Mayhem. They will draw a card and hope for a ghost icon. If they drew it, they play it. If not, well, they discard it. You will play various cards and do actions until there is a clear winner. To win, you need to be the last standing human with at least 1 heart. If the deck runs out of cards, the game ends, and the player with the most hearts wins. Another way to win is to become the first type of monster and brood every other player into your type as well. This is called siring monsters. So for example, if you're the first vampire, your goal is to turn everyone else into your vampire minions. I believe those are called thralls. For the seance cards, when they are drawn, the player who drew them must keep track of how many turns the seance is going for. During this, the ghost players will have more actions and can keep cards in their hand and cause even more mayhem. And speaking of ghosts, there are cards that can turn you back into the living and win the game. So hang in there even if you've turned into a ghost. Survive the night and be the last one standing to win the game. Horror season has a good production quality and fun artwork to keep the party theme going. And I say party because you can play this up to 8 players, and the more you are, the funner it'll become. The rulebook needs some work, but if you're a veteran player, you'll quickly understand how to play it. Plus, they give you summary cards that always help new players out. Although the artwork is nice, I feel the design is not thematic enough. What I mean by this is that they look like prototype cards. The borders are a little bland and needs some graphic design. It kind of removes from the theme of it a little. Would have been nice to have some kind of horror frame made of bones or guts or something. Or at least make the card's background black and the writing white. I don't know, something. But speaking of cards, there are over 300 cards in the game, so it does have some good replay value. You never know what your strategy will turn into. For a Halloween party game that anyone can play, check out Horror Season and get it before October 31st. Subscribe now to our channel to stay in the loop. If you like our work, help us continue by sharing the channel to your gaming group. Thanks for watching and happy gaming.